Everyone has a salesperson inside them. Whether you're a big picture thinker or someone who can chat up strangers, your personality reveals how you like to engage, whether it's in short bursts or all day long. One of the most important yet overlooked skills for today's business world is that of the salesperson. Simply put, the ability to sell yourself and your company. Luckily for you, BBC member, in this video, we will be exploring what traits make a great salesperson and what that means for those that are on the fence about selling themselves out on a regular basis. We all know and assume that any employee with the title salesperson is aware that part of their job is to improve RMR and bring in new sales. What about the other members of your team? Administrative, sales, installation, and service are the standard abbreviations used by security companies. However, if you were to ask anyone other than a real salesperson if their job includes sales, I'm ready to guarantee you that you would hear a resounding no, which is just not true. All of these divisions depend on one another for the general success and sustainability of your organization. A cowboy in the Old West rode for the ranch or brand they were employed by and offered their allegiance, labor, and perhaps their life for the ranch or brand and their fellow cowboys. This is how I see independent alarm sellers thriving and surviving. For the benefit of the organization as a whole, each department relies on and supports the other departments. All efforts must be directed toward raising the RMR or fuel that powers your business. A person or department cannot function effectively on their own. The administrative division is typically the first person a potential client or customer speaks with. They have an immediate and long-lasting effect on how your clients will perceive your business. You may refer to them as a director of first impressions. They convey to your prospects or customers, both over the phone and in person, that they're not a burden but rather an opportunity, and that their requests, issues, or inquiries are not only significant but will also be attended to. Positive customer relations and a glad to serve you attitude can go a long way toward lowering attrition and decreasing cancellations, which by and large protects your RMR. Additionally, the admin team can focus on upselling and retaining current clients. Inquire if it's alright to have a representative from your company visit their home to evaluate or test their system with a technician and show them all of the new fun stuff you have available when dealing with a long-time customer who has an older system. If you have any remaining time, this is also a fantastic opportunity to work with the customer to upgrade their 3G devices and obtain a new contract. Once you have someone out at the house for the upgrade, evaluation, or installation of a system, your installation staff may start exercising their sales skills. No matter how skilled a salesperson may be, in the eyes of the customer, they are always a salesperson, and certain people will naturally be skeptical or resistant to them. However, once the installer starts working, the pressure to make a purchase is gone. Arriving on time is the first and best thing an installation can do to secure the sale from your client. Nobody enjoys sitting about while waiting for someone to arrive for an appointment, especially if they are paying you. The installer conveys to the client that their time and money are valuable by arriving on time, looking presentable, and arriving in a clean, well-organized van or vehicle. Teach your installers how to interact with the consumer and point out any flaws or omissions in the system they are buying during a pre-installation tour. This frequently presents an opportunity for your installer to pitch more pieces of gear or services. The additional details are favorably perceived by the client since, in their minds, the installer is not a danger, but rather a person who has their best interests at heart. Your service technicians should be prompt, immaculately dressed in business attire, and similarly to your installer, they should be. This is crucial since nobody likes getting a service call, which means your service technician may already be at a disadvantage with your customer. Your technician should take the time to test the entire system with the customer after repairs are finished. Go over all of the system features and operations, and again, inform them of all the new great stuff your business has to offer. Never undervalue the influence of nice stuff like video services, interactive services, and M-Purse applications for users with elderly parents or other family members who do not live with them. Consider the possibility that something as straightforward as a new key fob or doorbell camera can be just a thing to satisfy current clients. Make sure your staff members are aware of the need to clean up after themselves once the installation or service call is finished. It demonstrates to your client that you value their time and business as well as their property. The moment to request a referral from a customer is when they are delighted with your service and installation. The worst thing they can say is no. So how do you get staff members who aren't salespeople into a part of the sales team? Inform them. Explain to them the benefits of your security portfolio and how they may use it to their advantage when dealing with customers. Make it a contest to see who can sell the most and pay your staff based on how well they perform. As a general rule, if you are not willing to give something in exchange for it, don't expect to receive it, whatever it may be. Bringing in money is the only way a firm can continue to operate. Without money, there would be no business, which would imply no employees. Making sure your customers and clients are happy throughout their entire relationship with your firm, not just during the sales process. It's more crucial than ever as the sales landscape changes and consumers have more influence over how and from whom they buy. According to my knowledge of account management and sales, most of the job is completed once a potential customer has decided to purchase from you. Creating a sales culture across your entire organization, not just on the sales team, is a terrific approach to differentiate your business from the competition and surpass it. It stands to reason that your company will produce more income per employee the higher the proportion of your workforce that is engaged in selling. But the advantages don't end there. Here are a few ways that creating a sales culture across all of your divisions can help you grow your company. Number 1, teams are strengthened and built when they win together. There are winners and losers in business, just like there are in sports. And I think we can all agree that winning together always feel better than losing together. As your company starts to establish a sales culture throughout all of its departments, you are encouraging productive talks among staff members about how to address the most frequent client complaints that each department hears about. A common vision and message are shared by all departments as communication inside your organization improves. Each of your employee will be better able to represent your business and provide the same message, whether they're speaking with a current client or even another parent at their child's sporting event, if they all share the same vision and message. Business leads come from a variety of sources and at a variety of time, not just from 9 to 5. Your chances of securing new business are stronger the more unified your organization's messaging is. Number 2, when each department concentrates on promoting their value throughout each client engagement, customer retention is improved. If you have ever worked in account management for any length of time, you know how much more smoothly projects go when each team gets along well and strives to add value to each client engagement. When your workforce gets along well, the positive energy is transferred to your clients, who then enjoy doing business with you. Customer retention is crucial for any company that offers continuous services, since your ability to maintain a positive relationship with each client depends on your ability to meet their demands consistently. Every time a client interacts with one of your employees, if they're all selling their worth, problems will be resolved more quickly and the emphasis will be on giving the greatest possible customer service. Number 3, encouragement of business idea generation among divisions improves collaboration and teamwork. The more you can promote departmental communication inside your company, the more effectively your teams will operate together. Encouragement of the sharing and rewarding of business generation ideas is a fantastic approach to improve communication between departments. Along with improving communication between organizational divisions, this will also increase revenue because a larger portion of your staff will be responsible for lead generation and sales. It need not be difficult and can be as simple as having a brainstorming session over lunch. The key is to bring your many departments together with a common objective of increasing business. Number 4, developing a sales culture aids in ensuring that staff are communicating consistently. If you have ever worked in sales, you know how crucial it is to have a concise elevator pitch that summarizes what you sell and the problems your business solves in just 30 seconds. A succinct pitch is nevertheless crucial for every department since it promotes unified messaging about your identity and your work. You need to improve your messaging if you can succinctly and clearly describe your company to a young child in under 30 seconds. Your employees will understand your company and the role in it better if your messaging is more consistent across departments. Keep in mind that paying consumers are what got your firm off the ground as you expand it and train your staff. A reliable strategy to keep one step ahead of the competition and establish yourself as a market leader in your sector is to implement a lead generation system that integrates each department. How to drive 20% more sales through employee engagement. Have you ever entered a store or place of business only to be treated impolitely? Or possibly a salesperson assisted you but only made the barest minimum effort necessary? How did you feel after the chilly "give me your money and go" exchange? Simply put, insignificant. You undoubtedly feel unappreciated as a person and certainly not as a consumer. I will venture to say that you never gave this company any more money. We don't blame you. This is a typical response. Why would customers spend their hard-earned money with a company whose personnel are distant or even grumpy in the face of a bewildering choice of options for the same product? Modern customers demand excellent service. Customers like to patronize businesses that offer amiable and individualized service. Business that, at the end of the day, value their customers as people and not just as customers. Customers will typically spend a few dollars more for the identical product if you offer great service. Consider how Starbucks is able to get away with charging $6 for a basic coffee. What can we infer from this? Long-term client happiness and loyalty are fueled by content staff. Additionally, satisfied workers are a key factor in boosting sales and eventually company earnings. This is not to imply that the only factor driving sales is employee pleasure, but it is one of the most important ones. Unless a knowledgeable and motivated staff is actively moving it ahead with attention, energy, and determination, no matter how strong or great your vessel is, it won't get very far. Simply put, it makes sense that contented staff will result in contented and satisfied clients. Additionally, happy clients spend more money with your company on goods and services. We can all reasonably assume this based on our personal experiences. In fact, these claims are backed up not only by formal research and statistics, but also by gut instinct or intuition. Unambiguously, evidence from extremely profitable businesses, official HR reports, and research demonstrate that the foundation of all high-profit businesses is a workforce that is content and engaged. Is it possible to quantify the return on investment? Yes. Some executives who are data-driven may consider investing in employee engagement to be a gamble and wonder what the return on investment will be or how much more money they can anticipate to make. We can immediately respond to this query with a few well-known research findings and illustrations. Let's start by using Starbucks as the poster child for customer satisfaction and loyalty as an illustration of this phenomenon. An increase on profitability of 21%. The frontline staff of Starbucks sometimes known as baristas, or partners in baristas, or partners in Starbucks, are among the most devoted and contented workers in the food and beverage sector and are Starbucks frontline staff members. You undoubtedly already know that Starbucks has a cult-like following among its patrons. In conclusion, the success of the Starbucks enterprise as a whole is greatly influenced by content employees. Second, we can examine the results of a meta-analysis by Gallup titled How Employee Engagement Drives Growth, which compiles the results of hundreds of research studies. According to a review of hundreds of research, businesses with the highest levels of employee engagement experienced 21% higher levels of general profitability. We may examine an intriguing longitudinal study conducted by Harvard business professor James Heskett to further validate these conclusions using a different type of research methodology. Heskett studied employee engagement extensively by following 200 businesses for 11 years. He observed the corporate cultures of each organization and looked into how they related to long-term financial success, aka revenue and earnings. Over the course of the 11-year study, he discovered that businesses with strong corporate cultures and supported leadership efforts and appreciation for their parents, customers, and workers had revenue growth of 682%. Last but not the least, a frequently referenced study of vehicle rental sales representatives conducted by Yale University researchers found that motivated workers upsell to clients more frequently, leading to happier and contented customers. In the end, engaged teams generate much more sales and profits than disengaged teams, making workplace engagement a priority. At this point, it should be clear that investing in your personnel is no longer a choice for firms operating in the modern day. Long-term employee engagement must be prioritized strategically at every level of a business if it is to prosper. Giving sincere compliments and acknowledgments is a great place to start. However, creating a dynamic and engaged culture cannot be done randomly or with short-term tactics. Long-term employee happiness requires deliberate planning and execution in order to provide quantifiable effects. For instance, scheduling frequent one-to-one meetings with employees and asking them about their happiness and contentment are fantastic first steps. But they're ultimately useless if your company is not acting on the information gleaned and advancing toward a long-term plan or goal. Employees are likely to develop a negative attitude about surveys and one-to-one meetings and withdraw from them completely if an organization fails to integrate employee feedback into real improvements. So, ask yourself if these initiatives are helping your company's organizational situation, or are they merely carried out as a formality? Full-time employees are expected to put in at least 40 hours a week for their employers, which is a huge amount of time. On a broad scale, educated and skilled individuals today anticipate that their large time investment will yield more than just a paycheck. They seek a stimulating, active, social, and motivating workplace, a workplace where people may feel at home, learn, and develop on both a personal and professional level. Modern employees expect to be valued and acknowledged on a daily basis for their contributions, not just in terms of their hard skills, but also in terms of their soft skills. An engagement plan can only be genuinely effective in boosting long-term sales and profits when employee involvement is prioritized at all levels of a company. By treating every employee like a salesperson, you not only boost customer satisfaction and RMR, but you also develop empowered, devoted staff members who are eager to ride for your brand. That's it for this video, BBC member. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we have delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person as token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you will start to see results. See you soon.